It's hard to believe what happened that night. I still struggle to wrap my mind around it, but I need to share it because I can't forget what I saw. It all started when my two best friends, Kimmy and Amanda, and I decided to get together for a girls' night out. We hadn't seen each other in months. Life, work, and everything else had gotten in the way. So when we finally made plans, we were all excited. It felt like old times again, just the three of us out in the city, ready to make some new memories. We met at this downtown club, the kind of place with flashing neon lights, loud music, and that energy that just made you feel alive. It was packed, and there was a line to get in, but we didn't mind. We were finally together, and that's all that mattered. The club was buzzing with people, everyone dancing, drinking, and having a good time. We made our way to a booth in a quieter corner. We wanted to be near the action, but still able to catch up. Kimmy, as always, was the first one to settle in. She had that carefree energy, and honestly, she looked like she just stepped out of a music video. Amanda was a little more subdued, but her smile was infectious. Me, I was just happy to be there, finally feeling like things were normal again since I missed those fun times. We ordered cocktails, White Russians, because they were our favorite back in the day. Creamy, sweet, with just the right amount of kick. I just loved them. The drinks helped to loosen up, and before we knew it, we were laughing and reminiscing about high school, about the stupid things we did, the guys we dated, and all the memories that felt like they were from another lifetime. It felt like nothing had changed, and I was so happy. But of course, things quickly shifted. Kimmy was the first one to get antsy. She was always the most outgoing of the three of us, and she couldn't sit still for long, and that night was no exception. So she dragged Amanda and me out to the dance floor. Amanda wasn't exactly the type to jump into a crowded dance floor, but Kimmy's infectious enthusiasm got her to join. I was the last to get up, hesitating a little, but eventually I couldn't resist. I wanted to have fun too. So we danced. The music was pulsing, the lights flashing, and it was like we were in our own little bubble of happiness. Kimmy was already spinning and swaying with some random guy, just her usual self, full of energy. Amanda found a tall guy in a leather jacket to dance with, and I was left with this guy who seemed nice enough. He had a confident smile, dressed in a sleek black shirt, and I couldn't help but feel like he was easy to talk to. So we danced. It was fun. Nothing too serious, just some silly dancing and laughing. But the atmosphere, it was suddenly starting to feel different. It's hard to explain, but I felt something was off. And then it happened. I was dancing, enjoying myself, when something caught my eye. Kimmy, who had been spinning and laughing just seconds earlier, suddenly, before I could even blink, I saw her. I saw Kimmy change right in front of my eyes. It was like a blur, an impossible shift. 1 second she was there, her usual bubbly self, and the next, she was completely different. She grew taller, much, much taller, easily 7 feet tall. Her body was no longer human. Her skin, it was very scaly, like a reptile's. It glimmered in the club's neon lights. Her face, oh God, her face. It looked like a lizard's, with sharp teeth and glowing eyes. I was paralyzed with fear. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't move. I just stared, frozen in shock, unable to comprehend what I was seeing. It was a creature from a nightmare. And then, just as quickly as it had happened, Kimmy changed back. Like a switch had been flipped, Kimmy was human again, dancing and laughing as though nothing had happened. But I knew what I had seen. I don't know how long I stood there, unable to process what I had just witnessed. My dance partner noticed something was wrong too. He must have seen the panic in my face because he turned and stared at me. And I noticed that he also had a scared look on his face. I could barely catch my breath. "We need to get out of here," I whispered, my voice shaking. His face drained of color, but he didn't ask questions. He had seen it too. He just nodded, and we both made our way out of the club as quickly as possible. We didn't even speak as we rushed to leave. He didn't look at me. He didn't say a word. He just walked out like he had seen something that terrified him beyond belief. I never saw him again after that night. The next few days were strange. Kimmy kept texting me, calling me, but I couldn't bring myself to respond. She kept asking why I was avoiding her. I had to tell her. I couldn't keep it inside any longer, so I finally told her what I had seen that dreadful night at that club. I told her everything. Her reaction? She laughed. She just laughed it off. She brushed it off like I was making it up. "You've been watching too many sci-fi movies," she said, like it was some kind of joke. But I knew what I saw. It was real. And from that moment on, everything changed. I couldn't look at Kimmy the same way. I couldn't be around her. The memory of that terrifying night would always flash back into my mind when I thought or saw Kimmy. She was different, and whatever she was, whatever I saw that night, I couldn't pretend like it was normal. I stopped answering her calls. I stopped going out with her. She noticed, of course, but every time she asked why I was avoiding her, I couldn't bring myself to tell her again, because I knew she wasn't going to take me seriously. She would just laugh again. But I'll never forget what I saw. I'll never forget the night. That night, I danced with my best friend and watched her turn into a monster or some kind of shapeshifter.